Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lynn, the Leather Bag Lady. How are you all today? It's a beautiful day today. It's Tuesday. It's going to get up to 19 degrees, I think, today. So you know there's going to be some sitting on the deck today. That is for sure. Hope you're having a great day. It's been an interesting morning for me, but we'll talk about that after. So this is the actual business folder that I was talking about the other day. Now, I've decided not to pair it with anything because, first of all, it's beautiful. And second of all, it's a Renwick. So, Renwick made in Canada. I've listed it at a price I think is fair. And I'm not going to couple it up with anything else. I didn't have anything else that made sense. So anyway, so we do have, I don't know if it's a scratch or if it's just part of the hide, because there's absolutely no color loss at all. It's just this little, anyway, I don't care. I'm not mad at it. That's the back. There's some little pressure marks on there just from it being stored underneath another piece. But it is just so smooth. And here's your interior. So there's your Renwick made in Canada. And then there's an additional stamp up here that says Manitoba Steer. So why it would be important for it to be a Manitoba cattle that made this, I don't know. But you've got a folder here, a folder here, and then a little slot for some business cards. And then on this side, you've got an area for a legal-sized notepad. And then there are a couple of slots here, I'm presuming for a pen or something of that nature. And that will give it a nice round look when you close it. It's, I think it's 10 wide by 15 long. So it is quite a long piece. So, yeah, so that is today's listing. I do have other accessory cases, but I don't know where they are. So once I find them, once I come across them in the shed, then I will start listing those as well. There are these little fruit fly things that are everywhere outside. They have been for the last 2 days. And every time you open the door, they fly right in. It's gross. It's just, what's that movie, Lord of the Flies? This is House of the Flies. If it's freaking cluster flies, regular house flies, fruit flies. So disgusting. But anyway, so that is our item today. It is listed. I've listed it as a 1990s piece. It could be a little later than that. It could be a little earlier than that. There's just absolutely no way for me to know. But I have looked at a lot of Renwick. And the size of this lends itself to kind of 80s, 90s. That whole legal pad thing. So there you go. It's been listed. So how are you all today? Yesterday morning, I started my little car and it just sounded funny. It sounded like it was struggling to start. And it was a really cold morning yesterday. So I thought, oh, maybe that's it. And then I went to start it last evening to go back up to Pius's, and it struggled. And I thought, you know what? I'm not taking this car, because if I do, it's going to crap out. Sure enough, this morning, it won't start. So the blue car, the bigger car, is in the shop today. So I got stuck in traffic this morning. There was a big accident on the link. So it took me an hour to travel 12 minutes. And I was late for my training session, and then I dropped the car off, walked home, good 45 minutes. So that added some cardio to my workout. My training session was good. I called the reception to tell them I was going to be late, and of course they didn't tell the trainer. So being late is the height of insult in my regard. I feel that way. I am always on time. maybe not as stupid early as I used to be, sitting in the parking lot for half an hour before you're supposed to be at an event or whatever. Not quite that bad anymore, but my time is valuable. And if you make me wait, I just feel that that is the height of disrespect. Like, why should my time be any less worthy than yours? If you can't manage your time enough to be where you're supposed to be on time, I don't know. That was another very plus thing with Pius. He was very punctual, and it just drives me insane. My kids are not the best at being on time, and it drives me nuts. So anyway, that's about it for today. I'm not sure what's happening because I'm carless. So I'm going to have to go back and get my car when it's fixed. A lot of work being done today. It's going to be expensive. It'll be on the old cha-ching because that's the only way I'm going to be able to afford it. But you know, the crappy weather is coming, and I don't really drive the little car in the winter as much, so the blue car needs to be in tip-top shape, because I have my clients in that car and all that kind of thing, so I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off, so I can't put it off any longer, not with transporting other people around. So that is today. I've done my listing. I'm just going to do my reel now. Because I've started putting the YouTube link in the Instagram reel, which is kind of fun. And then I'm keeping going with my preparations for my Facebook stuff. So tried to get some stuff done last night. Of course, couldn't remember any of my passwords. Do you guys have that problem? Passwords are a pain in the butt. So anyway, it wouldn't let me in on anything because I was using Pius's laptop. So of course, it's recognizing it as a stranger trying to log in, and it wouldn't let me, so without the password. So I'm gonna have to dig those out from somewhere today. But anyway, hope you're all gonna have a great day. These little flies are driving me crazy. Let's see what our next history piece is. Let's see what we've got. Oh, Naturalizer. So Naturalizer is kind of a mature ladies brand here in Canada. Established in 1927. Just shoes. Opal. I do have a few vintage pieces, bags, Opal. And that is their house brand. Some of the bags will have Naturalizer in them, but not very many. Their shoes are sold in 60 countries. Owned by Claire's, used to be Brown Shoe Company. Other brands in this group are Franco Sardo, nice leather. Via Spiga, nice leather. Dr. Scholl's, Rika, Diane von Furstenberg, Alan Edmonds, awesome vintage stuff. Lifestride, Sam Edelman, Vince George, Carlos by Carlos Santana, Fergie Footwear, Brown Built. Holy moly. So it must just be like a consortium that represents all these different brands. Wow. And that is it. So that is Naturalizer. A very long-standing Canadian company. And I didn't realize they went all the way back to 1927. Holy moly, that's a long way. But anyway, so there we go. A little bit of history, a little bit of business organizer stuff today. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.